Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Those Natural Ones.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to another scenery from Lindsay.
Chewing the scenery actively.
Hello. Hey, there we go. I have microphone now. Sorry, I changed my audio setup on my computer, and apparently it didn't fix in here. I'm only coming through as mono, but that's okay, because I'm not that important.
We're going to make it work.
Lies.
Mono's
Lies.
not good to have.
Mono is not good to have.
No.
Oh,
Makes you very tired. Anyway,
you're not wrong.
So tired.
hello. Sorry for the late start.
Mononucleosis.
Sorry for the late start today. We were having a big old handful of technical difficulties. It seems par for the course at this point. But we are here now. A couple quick announcements. Not really a lot, but going into the month of February here in tomorrow, we will be doing our monthly live in-person sitting around a table rolling dice on Friday the 17th, where we will actually be doing a one-shot where I get to play for once, and it's going to be DM'd by Emery.
Yeah.
Emery, would you like to give a little snippet?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. So, the setting is going to take place. Oh, wait, hold on. I think we're getting a
Lindsay echo again.
Yeah.
You might have to turn me down on your end a little bit.
Yeah. You might a little more.
He got excited.
I went into showman mode. Okay. So, for the one shot that's going to be happening on the 17th, we're going to be taking a look at a story that happens around the time when one of our player characters here was just a baby.
Aw.
And we get to see a story that takes place around the time in which the war with the Kingdom of Shan had not expanded so far, at least not yet. And while Hymir, the father of our very own Gwen or Gwaithrenis, is going to be a part of the party. Is about to twist those words a little bit. We are going to get to see some characters from the rest of that fabled land from which they come, taking part in an impossible mission. And I hope all of you are prepared to die.
Yes.
Because it's very possible
Except for me, because I got plot armor.
you're not immune.
Resurrection
I think
is
if
a
we've-
spell.
If we've learned anything, death is not permanent.
No.
So
Death
Death is not permanent. Revivification is done by spell magic.
That is true.
But ultimately,
Spell magic.
None of you are physically safe. One of you will... I have contingencies should anything happen to Hymir.
Fantastic.
But I'm writing something very dangerous for all of you.
Fantastic.
Be
And
ready.
I am excited to step on the other side of the screen for a night. So,
I'm just going to whistle my way through it.
yeah, you are.
I'm just really excited to where if I die, it's not a big deal.
Also, it's fair.
I
So,
can really lean into it.
everyone look forward to that. Thank you.
I really hope I don't.
Thank you, Emery, for taking on that responsibility for a night.
I will gladly take the reins to possibly kill you all.
Other than that, not a lot going on. We have requested another rundown and intro from our characters here. So, Scott, start with you.
I'm Scott. I play Arnon. He's a high elf. Mainly Blood Hunter, 1 level of Rogue. And he's very serious.
All right. My name is Perry, and I'm playing Butch Deadlift, cleric of Sunny Moonbow. Am I serious? I don't even know.
I mean,
Ernest.
Are you serious right now?
Ernest.
Ernest.
Very earnest.
Hmm.
Good with
Goes to
money.
camp. No, no, not good. Not good with money.
Sam.
Oh, is it me?
No, it would be Sam next.
Me?
Sam. Oh, yeah.
I am Sam, and I play Gwen. And Gwen is a mostly druid, a bit of warlock, and big thing is mushrooms and collecting bones and palling around with her bestie Butch and finding out about secret mice. She's got a lot of irons in the fire.
Now it would be you, Emery.
Excuse me. Of course, right when I'm about to introduce myself, I have something in my throat.
Is it a groan?
It might be,
But
It is now.
if you play your cards right.
Oh,
Yes. Or wrong. Well, the night will no doubt be young.
a thing can be two things.
Indeed. I, Emery, play the character Elric of Menzo Baronzan, which we recently left and maybe some of us hope to never return. We're all 8th level. I am a blade singer wizard, and you're gonna hear the term tank come up a lot when things try to hit me.
Wizard tank, wizard tank.
I'm made for frontline.
Indeed. Lindsay.
Like, not the medication.
Yeah,
But, like,
not the-
like, no. Not pet meds. Unless you want to sponsor us. Then you
Not the pet meds, but I
Yes.
do got that dog in me.
Yay.
What did I just walk into?
Lindsay.
Weird. Nick said that earlier before you came.
That
We're
is-
playing D&D.
Oh, right.
Hello. My name's Lindsay. And, hotel room. So that's how much I love you guys. Work, travel, and D&D. I play Harriet Grundle Tractor, aka Rhett. And I am a ranger bard half elf. Yeah, and I'm just like kind of a sarcastic, punny person. It's mostly puns. My bardic inspiration is mostly puns
Full
and
puns.
song references. But I will have a MIDI board soon, so prepare yourselves.
Oh my god. I cannot wait, but also I am terrified.
So I'm going to pre-record a lot of things, and it's going to be great.
One thing we left out is the fact that by our powers combined, we're 4 elves and a turtle. So,
Power of Grace.
Bruce,
or fiat, as we.
I'm still
as we-
trying to get
Yeah.
over the fact that I'm not in the bestie thing. I mean, I thought we were getting really close, but I guess we'll just talk about it later.
No.
And tonight, the role of Dungeon Master will be played by...
Me. I'm Nick. I'm the DM. I make a lot of shit up on the spot. That's what I
All
do.
the bad guys.
I'm all the
Because-
bad guys. I like to torture people.
Because Elric is not good at rolling.
No.
Okay, if this happens again this week, I'm gonna have connection issues at the hotel.
Oh no.
Like if Nick rolls like he did last
Oh
week,
no.
No, what was that bad roll? Did I mess up? I'm sorry. I can't hit you.
stupid St. Louis hotel. Sorry, guys.
So, now that that's over and done with, Sam, what happened last week?
So last week was a ball of fire. We looted the rooms where the Hand of Tiamat had resided, and we came away with some money, some gems, a magically refilling jar, which we filled with nut milk, a cloak.
Every time. Every
I
time.
forgot about that.
Because of course you did.
I mean, it was kind of an accident. It was just the first thing that came to mind. But anywho, let's hope we can fill it with something else later. After Elric dispelled the blank papers and Gwen used her magic warlock vision, the party was able to read the missive left for the Hand of Tiamat from Titivolus. We debated what bait they were talking about and what weapon they could have been devising, and then descended into the city below to assist our forces. We successfully took on a large group of Duragar with some new magic and ended our session in front of the castle.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. So, give me 1 second. I am finishing up importing something real quick. There we go. All right, so
I just want to say I appreciate everyone keeping a mostly straight face for the name of that devil that
I
was read
tried
off.
so hard not to say titty violence. So,
and you just failed.
and that's okay. I just want everyone to know the positive effort I made.
I think the kids would call that losing the game.
Oh,
Hate you.
Thanks.
Oh.
No,
What the
no, I lost the game.
it hurts.
This is like the second time in a few days.
I hate that thing so
After
much.
like several year
I
streak.
despise it so hard.
I have no idea what's going on, which makes me feel even older.
No, you shouldn't. The only reason I know is because of kids that I used to work with at NTV across the street from Stream Dad Studios.
Oh.
All right, anyway, so as you guys clear out these last remaining Duragar and Butch continues to munch on his chocolate-covered grasshoppers, you, for the sake of brevity, you do see the soldiers kind of piling through and let's just say eliminating the last remaining lines of defense of Duragar and Drow soldiers that seem to be holding the city.
I'm gonna walk over to Rhett and I'm gonna say, can you give me a hand for just a second? And I'm gonna take the heads off of my belt. And I'm just like, literally a hand, just hold out your hand. And I'm gonna get some blood out of the half dragon skulls on her hand. And then I'm gonna kneel in front of her and say, "Go ahead, give me the good old Hand of Tiamat, right here."
Okay. I'm going to just Wilson you right in the face.
Yeah. Urukai me.
Fantastic.
Anybody else want a Hand of Tiamat?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is it open? Slap me.
And I'm just still like, I'll take it. I'll myself.
Like I could help.
Fantastic. So the three of you are now walking around with these big bloody handprints covering your face.
I took my beak mask off, so it's on display.
Yeah, I put some streaks in my white blonde hair.
Hot damn.
What was that? LX Toxicity. Thanks for the subscription. Anyway.
I love that you use the entire word. Thanks for the subscription.
Sorry, it
Like
fucking
magazine.
caught me off guard. I wasn't.
You know what I
ready.
do want? I don't want the Hand of Tiamat on my face,
Like,
but I wouldn't mind taking one scale from each of those heads and like getting like a hole punch and making a nice necklace. I think that'd be nice.
All right. Yeah, we can say
Because
sounds cool.
it's trophies, but it's not like too grotesque.
that
Artem-
you grabbed one scale from each one of them before you left.
Arden, was there something you were planning on doing, or are they just going to be like mounted and hung about somewhere?
I think
I'm
I
gonna
need.
be like Gaston.
I might see if I can find a head shrinker.
Oh, cool.
You took the blue and the black, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought so.
My best buds.
Your best buddies. That's right. So, as
Just
you
gonna go ahead and dangle them over my neck now.
as you see the armies kind of just finishing off the last few remaining of the Duragar and the Drow, and you do see some retreating back into Kvachliev. You see the wars, the soldiers start cheering. The soldiers on your side start cheering and everything, and you do see a few generals walking around. A few, not necessarily generals, but a few like commanding soldiers walking around.
From our side?
Yeah, yeah, from your
Okay.
side.
Well, that's good, because if they're the enemy side, we have to take them out.
Do we see anyone specific that we know?
Make a perception check.
You can just use my passive perception, because I'm not really looking.
Ooh,
26.
nice, 26. You look through, and what you see,
Ugh.
So incredible.
so why am I not hearing the dice rolly sound? Weird.
I'm hearing it.
I am. Sometimes it just doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
For me.
I can see it. Sorry, I can see it on the levels, like it's picking up, or OBS is picking it up, but for some reason it's not playing in my ears. Not a big deal. Anyway, all right. For a 26 Gwen, a 20 Arnon, and a 15 Rhett. Rhett, kind of hard to tell. There's a lot of soldiers, a lot of people that you're not familiar with. Arnon, you do see, kind of off to one side, you do see a violet-skinned tiefling in kind of gunmetal, blackish, silver armor. Pretty confident you know who that is. Gwen, you see, you look up right past one of those towers, right to see this swirling vortex of flame come down, slam into a Duragar that goes flying. The little vortex kind of moves off past it for a second and then slowly starts dissipating, and you see your father walk out of it.
How close is he?
Probably about 500 feet from you.
I'm gonna.
Like, yeah, probably about 500 to 1,000 feet from you.
Is there anything between us, like enemy-wise, that I can see between us and him?
No, mostly just a few soldiers, but everything seems to be cleared out at this point.
Alright, and can I see the Narissa at this point?
With the 26, yes. It seems to be kind of circling back towards like the main. You can see out in the distance, you can see like the main campsite where right on the edge of your vision, you start seeing like a few tents. The ground actually goes up. This whole valley that you're in, there's the mountain range behind you. And it actually goes up a hill, and you see like the main road that goes up a hill, and right on out, a few thousand, probably close to like half a mile away, you start seeing the specks of little tents. So you see the Narissa seems to be kind of spinning around and going towards that area.
Relatively stable, I guess.
Still smoking, but yes, it seems to be.
I'm gonna just say found Hymir, and I'm gonna start heading in that direction. Not sprinting, but I am. walking in that direction.
With purpose.
Yes. Driven, one might say.
Fantastic.
Nick, if it doesn't look like there are any contingencies for mesh, and Butch doesn't really have any reason to look for anyone that he might know, like any lizard wizard groups or cat folk.
You would
Or frog
see
people.
what's your passive perception?
Not bad.
Passive perception
No.
is 15.
It's all right.
15's not bad.
No, 15's not bad. With 15 passive, you do see a handful of you do
Oh
see
dang! I'm gonna roll.
yeah, you do see one regiment of people that aren't quite humanoid. You see some tails and shit like that. 14. So another thing that you notice is so there's the 5 citadels or the 5 fortresses that are set up in a semicircle around this opening, a few 100 yards away from each other, to create like a perimeter. You do notice around each one of them, and Gwen, you would pick this up as well, being a druid. Next to each one of these fortresses, you see a fairly large tree.
So they probably ported them all in or something.
And it seems like next to each one of these fortresses also, there seems to be a small battalion of creatures with tails. So tabaxi, lizard folk.
Would I know that those trees are for transport or?
Oh yeah, your
Okay.
dad did that. You've seen your dad
Okay.
do it multiple times. You've seen druids do it. You would put together, especially with the 26, you would put together that big ass tree. They needed to get into position. They set it to where they could they had a druid port in and throw the cube down and pop a fortress.
That's really cool.
I gotta learn how to do that. One day. Except it's gonna be a giant mushroom house, guys. Anyways,
So, what are you guys doing?
Does
Walking
only
towards
one of
Simon.
us know that Calliope is on the field? Or
You did not make a perception roll, so the only person that would have, or Arnon would have seen her. You would have seen her, yes, with a 20.
Yep.
If you were specifically looking, yes, you would have seen her. Gwen probably noticed her, but I think you were probably looking more towards.
are they in 2 different places?
And I didn't see shit.
And you didn't see shit. No. I would say yes. Hymir would be closer to like the front line, whereas Calliope is more in a position of like command, where she's closer to the back, similar direction. Like if you looked at Hymir, then looked slightly past and probably a little to the right, you would see Calliope farther away in more of a command
Okay.
position.
Yeah, I'm heading straight for Hymir.
How far apart are Hymir and Calliope?
Few hundred yards probably.
I'll just head for the general.
Okay.
As we're walking toward the general, if there are any other turtles, I'm going to look for some of my clutch mates. In particular, Buff Hardback. He likes to. He's a bard. Touch Restaurant Wizard. She's very serious though. Roll Fizzle Beef. It'd be nice to see him. Actually, I mean, he's a wizard. He's actually an Eldritch Knight. I think you would like him, Elric. Maybe Blast Thickneck. She's also a war wizard, but I don't think you'd necessarily like her. She's very demanding. Slate Fist Crunch. He's a barbarian. He's also a bard from Clan Alligator.
Is he a barbarian?
Yep, he's a barbarian.
Barbarian. I like it.
That's right.
I would like to meet him.
Well, I'll keep looking. Yeah.
I didn't know
wanna go
Roll
with drinking.
Fiddlebeef would be here.
But is he? Is he?
I don't know.
That is the question, isn't it?
Butch, roll a d20.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Can I give him barbarian inspiration?
No.
I think I already walked off.
6.
6.
You don't notice anyone right away, at least. No one catches your eye. You don't see any
That's too bad.
so
Are the triplets here?
the triplets.
They're wood elf sisters. They're all druids. Moonlight, circle of the lands. Starlight, circle of the moon, and Mossglow, circle of stars. They're triplets. They fight over everything. But they somehow share everything too. I don't know. They're furious in a fight.
Possibly. I would like to concede my position over to Perry at this point, and he will be running the game from here.
Just looking for my friends. I haven't seen them in a very long time.
Well,
So,
the battle isn't over. If you are, well, I don't know if I'm still there, but
Well, no, Hymir.
shit.
so as Gwen goes towards Hymir, the rest of you are headed towards. I think the Elric, Arnon, and Butch said they were headed towards the general. Rhett, what are you doing?
I'm following them.
You're following them. Okay.
Mhm.
So
I don't think that Dad likes me so much because I keep calling him Pops. So I'll probably
Oh God, but
Join
you
the
should
boys.
continue.
unless Gwen specifically wants me to go with her,
I mean,
we call her Dad Pops.
I will say, if I see everybody heading in the other direction, I am going to kind of look back with some slight uncertainty. Like, oh no, but I'm not going to change path.
as
So
All right.
if I can catch Rhett's eyes, I'll be like,
I think that your uncertainty. I'm gonna get in that fucking bestie club, and I go follow and I follow you.
So as the two of you are walking towards Hymir, what you see is after he kind of poofs out of that fire elemental form, he takes a few steps forward, and you actually see another like Soul Durgar running. You see him like reach up and throw his arm out, and you see this bolt of lightning kind of come out in a kind of fluid motion and wrap around the Durgar's neck as he pulls it back, and the Durgar comes flying back, slamming into the ground. Stops moving.
Palpatine wishes he was as cool as that.
Do what?
Palpatine wishes he was as cool as
Right. Absolutely.
that. Like that's pretty sick. That's some sick shit.
Palpatine would never.
So he kind of adjusts and looks over and make a perception check.
me?
Both of you.
Okay. $15?
It's normal every time I do this, right? Because it asks me every time now.
Yeah, normal.
Okay, thanks. Sorry.
Ooh,
28.
Brett sees his pores.
Yeah.
I'm like, you need to watch your.
So, Gwen, you notice.
Please.
So after he takes that Durgar down, he kind of stands up and adjusts himself, and he looks over and catches the two of you walking towards him, and he kind of turns towards you. And that's all you really
I'm gonna
notice.
do finger guns.
Yeah. Rhett,
Yeah.
Do we catch
you
him
see.
adjusting himself?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Rhett, you see when he looks up and locks eyes with Gwen, you see his eyes grow wide a little bit, and you just see this exhale, this long, deep exhale.
Like relief.
Yeah.
Cool.
I didn't see that at all.
Not with a 15, you didn't.
Damn.
I'm just gonna turn to Gwen, and I'm just gonna be like, "Papa's glad to see you."
But I think
He kind of takes a step towards you, and he's like, well, congratulations are in order, I guess. It looks like you were successful. You've got a little...
by design.
You want some? I still have a little.
No,
Let's
thank
get
you.
it wet.
Oh, yeah. Are you sure?
Yes.
It's the blood of half dragons.
Hi,
Yeah,
and
this
Pop.
is-
How you doing?
Very well.
Good.
It appears our attack was a success. There's still a few stragglers to deal with, but I believe that they are headed through the town back down to Menzo Baranzan. So, we have a tunnel to close. But until then, today was a good day,
They're retreating into Menzo Baranzan?
I believe.
Is there anybody going after them?
We will send a few battalions. Our goal is not to take Menzo Baranzan, though. Our goal is to secure the pathway and keep them from re-emerging.
That's a whole ass city with some real rough shit down there.
Hence
So,
why
like-
we were a little worried when you all decided to go that route.
It's a whole ass city.
Yeah, that was in my head.
Wow, that's
Hey, when he said it was a good day, I was wondering if he had to use his AK.
I mean, clearly he did.
Oh shit.
If there's nothing else you need here, would you mind accompanying me back to the general's tent?
Mhm.
All right.
Sure.
I believe there's a
But I just like,
Come.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay. And I'm gonna like lean over to Gwen and just be like, should we tell him about you? You know,
Oh, that's such a good question.
like very clearly. He like Nick. The way that I'm saying this is he cannot hear me. Like
Yeah.
I don't want.
He would be-
Like, this is very.
He would be a
Okay.
step or so ahead of you at this point, so
Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
I mean, I think maybe it's worth mentioning that they had
Had him.
I guess. I mean,
I think that should come from you. I just wanted to bring it up.
I have a distinct feeling it's also in a very detailed report that's about to be handed over to the general. So,
Sure.
I mean, I'll say something, but
I mean, maybe that should come from you and not from like a report. Yeah.
we'll mention it. I don't know that. Well, okay. It'll come up.
Okay.
The pained smile.
I think you're doing the right thing.
Just gonna put my arm around Rhett's shoulders and just sigh so hard. Start walking.
All right, so while you guys
It's great
are...
because if we ever touch foreheads, we're high fiving now. It's great.
Oh, God. All right, so while the three of you are
Headbutt.
making your way back at this point, Butch, Elric, and Arnon have made it fairly close to the point where you do see the general, and she is currently leaning over to, or talking to somebody else, kind of pointing out, looks like giving a few orders. They kind of nod and take off. The general looks, catches the three of you walking. At first looks a little puzzled because there's only three of you, and then looks down past you, sees Rhett and Gwen, and then kind of sigh of relief a little bit. And she's like, congratulations. Apparently you made it.
Congratulations, indeed.
Now, this battle is over. The war continues, but now is the time for celebration. So, please, come with me to my tent. We have lots to discuss, I think. I need to
Are
know.
we about to miss snacks? Shit.
We gotta be like a few steps behind. Our
Yeah,
conversation
you guys,
isn't that long.
Yeah, you guys are probably like 50 feet behind them, maybe.
All right.
So,
We can probably see them going into the tent and be like, and we go there too.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where Tymir said to take you, so.
Valid.
So please, follow me to my tent. She turns, starts walking. You see her, like, kind of wiping her sword off a little bit and sheathing it. So, as you guys walk into this, you walk for a few minutes and you get to what more or less looks like a tent city at this point. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of tents set up. She kind of walks you past. You see not only soldiers, but you see like squires. You see blacksmiths sitting, sharpening weapons. They brought literally everyone they could, not only soldiers, but support. You see chefs cooking over campfires. You see
Fuck yeah. Yeah, we do.
you see a few people like metal workers banging out dents out of armor. You see a few people mending leather.
Bang it out, guys.
Yeah, mending other clothing. You see
Great banging.
great banging. No.
Love to see some guys bang it out.
Yeah.
Anyway, you walk through this makeshift courtyard towards of these small little like 1 or 2 person tents towards this larger tent, probably
Is that where the horrors are? That larger tent?
they might be.
Hortense?
Okay.
shit.
I just want to make sure that we knew where the horror tents were.
More than likely there are some horror tents in there as well.
Cool.
Roll to find them.
Roll to search for hortense? No.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Those are
I
the
don't-
tents that are
Actually,
made
you're
of
not gonna do
velour.
that.
Portents, point to Jesus Christ.
Hortense.
I think
Hortense point to Hortense?
There it is.
All tents of horse
I got you.
I am always surprised that that's the carryover from my campaign.
Not even a little bit surprised.
I love that I wasn't in that campaign at all, but I just watched enough to know to be able to reference it. Hey guys, I was a fan.
Gee.
I need to fix this real quick because it still
The
has.
horse
We're
tent?
going to find a large tent that shockingly looks like the war room on the inside.
Shockingly,
Not quite.
against
But-
all odds.
It's nice after where you go on a little banter if the DM directly says, I need to fix this.
No. The
I have.
I think I made a huge mistake.
I think I made a huge mistake.
Send your applications to those natural ones.
Son of a bitch. No, for some reason the tokens for Calliope and Hymir were the old ones, so I'm trying to fix them real quick.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. All right.
So disappointed.
No, wait. Wow, fuck. Now somehow Calliope turned into Hymir.
That is
No.
not a confusion that Gwen is ready to handle.
Oh, God.
But then it got high.
Disappointment
But
is
then it got
immeasurable.
high.
But
Then it got high, mirror.
The disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined.
He's ruined.
At least it wasn't rain in Hymir. I got confused.
That's a step too far. Gwen just dies. She's I'm done.
Again?
She's like, Hugh, take it back. She walks away.
I'm done. I'm done. No, that's Rhett. Shit, there's
Like,
Rhett.
you
The
know what?
other
Nope.
R.
I quit.
You know what? I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want what's happening. I got it. It's fine.
All right, so
Yeah, she'd die of sadness like Padme.
oh no.
Oh.
So you guys walk
Aw.
through this makeshift courtyard, and you find a slightly larger tent that's about 40 feet by probably 60 feet. Calliope walks in. You guys walk through, and then a few minutes later, up comes Rhett and Gwen with Hymir. And as you guys walk in... Oh, you changed your name to Elric of Menzo Baronzon. I was like, where's Elric?
Yeah, I was wondering when you were going to notice that.
Yeah, I just noticed it. So as you guys walk in, you see a skin rug in the middle. You see a couple shelves with books. You see a small bed. You see a...
Wait, what kind of skin rug? Just a skin rug?
It's just...
God.
It's
It's
Duragar.
a human.
Yeah. No,
Duragar.
it's like it's a bear or owlbear or some large bear-like creature.
Weird, I'd ask.
Pick
Are you
one.
gonna Furs murder the general?
Yeah. So
Oh, no.
No,
I
I
was
was
just
just
hoping it
wondering
was
what
all-
kind of skin. Because
you see a large...
it didn't load
maybe.
for me yet. It didn't load for me.
Human.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna
Okay.
call Hida. It's humanoids for the ethical treatment of animals.
You see a large desk in the back, and Calliope kind of walks over and stands behind, or has a seat behind the desk. Kind of throws her sword up on the desk itself, leans back.
Lean back.
So, somebody tell me what happened, please. I am dying with anticipation.
I'm gonna vigorously point to the heads around Arnon's neck.
And to our faces.
Oh yeah. Rhett's face, Arnon's necklace.
Oh, this is
Headless.
this is a very good sign. But I would...
So, there we were.
You want one?
Renaissance. Creeping through the streets like thieves.
She pulls out a bottle from underneath her desk and uncorks it, and starts pouring this dark red wine, and then looks at all of you, reaches down under, grabs like 5 or 6 more glasses, sets them on the desk, and then just holds the bottle out.
We just got invited to the table.
Fuck yeah.
Please continue, Butch.
Multiple times, almost caught. It's a good thing I can turn invisible, right? Because I'm not exactly light on my feet. I mean, have you seen my shell? No. We almost get out. Completely undetected.
I'm just gonna poof into the spider.
You know, it turns out Fireball, not a stealthy spell.
I would agree with that. Does not seem like the best option for a stealth mission.
And until that point, it had been phenomenal. We had familiars spying on Flick for us. Our intrepid druid, amazing shape-shifting, whatever thing it's called, for sneaky information gathering. It's fantastic. We saw people whose faces we recognized, but we did not engage. We stayed true to the mission. Oh, and
Mostly.
you know, there's a lot of mind flayers down there.
I assumed as much, considering how many there were in Castellatri not too long ago.
Oh,
But that bothers me because mind flayers are like off plane, right?
Originally, they came from a different plane, but there's been quite a few down there for quite a while.
So there's a big fight, a large kerfuffle, big explosion. But we got out. Clearly, we all made it through, and then we spent several days traveling in through the darkness. Fortunately, we found the sewers, and as you know, sewers connect to cities, so that was our way in.
So while he's telling this, I'm gonna lean over to Gwen and say, I forgot to tell you, the one that had me by the head had a scar that was familiar. I think it was the one that got you. The same one. The one that we thought was dead.
The one that was on the ground when I came back?
Yeah. He had a scar right when a missing tentacle right where I cut him. And he seemed to recognize me and went right for me. The one that had me by the head before I misty stepped out of there.
Could he have been... Was there something we should have done to the body?
I don't know.
Could he have been... You sure?
It seemed to be the same one, as far as I could tell. I mean, the scar was right there. The rest of them looked the same.
Gwen, real quick, make a wisdom saving throw.
And that's when we learned Nick was using sanity rules. So we had days to plan our assault on the 5 half-dragons. Arnon, incredibly stealthy, he went in and infiltrated. We made friends with some of the staff whom we rescued. And with their help and a hat of disguise, we poisoned the half-dragons, which gave us an edge when we did attack.
On one of them.
Maybe.
Kind of.
And yeah, there was a big fight, and they lost.
That's about it.
Thanks to the presence of the Mystic Seer.
Well, that is...
Our carnival barker was also there.
Yes, and
I'm
through
sorry.
our connection.
Hugh was also there.
The weird carnival guy?
Mm-hmm.
Why the hell was he
La
there?
Crosse.
Yes, why was he there?
They had him captive. They had him tied up and
I think they
hooded.
Yeah, I think they may have thought that would egg us on.
Hey, you have that letter?
You see Hymir kind of rub his chin, says, well, I mean, if I can understand the logic there, if they knew that there was a connection between you and him to use him as leverage to pull you in.
Mm.
I suspect they're spies.
I'm
Sorry, General.
not a general, but I appreciate the...
Hymir.
Why would they have been specifically targeting you?
Well,
They seem to be a thorn in their side.
and right after...
Do we have that letter? Or did we lose it in the scuffle?
I don't remember.
We were very friendly with you right after the...
I don't know that Gwen put it anywhere after she read it.
All right, so Gwen was the last one to touch the letter?
Mm-hmm.
Roll a d20.
Or
Oh no, it matched the wisdom saving throw. We all die.
Gwen explodes.
Yeah, Gwen. Spontaneous
Corpse
combustion.
explosion.
Everyone within 10 feet make it.
Oh shit!
Right now it's just Elric.
With a 14, you reach down. You do have the letter. It's a little torn up, but it's still pretty much in at least readable condition.
But I'm still the only one who can read it, right?
Out of your party, yes.
Okay. Yeah, we found this, and it was essentially saying that they had some they don't like us. We have been annoying.
Are you showing it to Hymir, or are you showing it to Calliope?
I am just kind of waving it about and just saying these things. I'm not actually handing it over to anyone.
Okay. To which Calliope says, "What is that? Can I see that?"
Sure. And then I hold it in front of her. Hold it in front of her.
Are you attempting to give her the letter?
No, I'm just showing it to her. Just seeing if she's going to try to take it from me. Yeah, it's one of those that I'm holding on as hard as I can. If she is trying to take it away from me.
Well, Hymir,
Gwen, what are you doing?
I think I need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
No.
We had been very friendly with Hymir when we met him, and I suspect their spies noticed that because we hung out multiple nights together, and they probably surmised correctly that we're friendly with him and that his capture would have an effect on us.
So with an 11, Gwen, I can't remember. Do you have any fire cantrips?
No. I have Hellish Rebuke. If I get a paper cut, I can use it.
Oh my god.
Explain to me what Gwen would do in this instance, knowing that she is unable to show someone this letter.
Like, would she turn to me and ask for like, hey, fancy fingers, you know?
Probably not. She would not be in that state of mind.
Okay.
I'm just looking real quick. I think if Calliope went to grab it, I think Gwen would snatch it back and then just eat it.
Okay.
Just shove the paper in her mouth in an absolute panic.
To which Calliope looks at you and says, "What?" Just this utter look of complete and total confusion on her face, and
Gwen, what are you doing?
what
It just felt like a good idea.
That's not a good idea. That's a bad idea. Spit the paper out.
I'm gonna do my best to swallow it, and then I'm gonna wild shape into a spider.
What the?
I'd like to roll insight.
Go for it.
Well, and I'm just gonna speak with him and be like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Oh no!
Hey!
Natural one.
Why does that make perfect sense for Butch?
Yeah, it does. Something spooked her. I don't know.
Gwen does what she does. Who knows?
Gwen just
You
does.
didn't paint your shell bright enough.
All right, so you're wild shaping into a spider.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna like crawl on. I just try to like get to a wall and just like crawl up onto the tent.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
No, I'm just getting away from everyone.
Do I know if I slap her that she turns back and doesn't die?
You
Probably. Yeah.
I'm also going to intercede with magic because, of course.
How tall is the tent ceiling?
Probably only like 10, 12 feet, maybe.
Okay, well, I'm going to the tippy top of the tent. I'm getting as far up towards the top of the tent, which I can do as a spider, in the time that I have to do it. So I don't know how long that is.
Okay.
And I'd like to use my reaction to put myself between her and anyone who's going to hurt her. Or moves like they might be trying to grab her.
Just going to try to use Mage Hand to grab a spider that's on the roof of this tent.
I mean,
I
I'm
can't
just
stop
gonna
Mage
use speak with animals and be like, what's going on? Like,
I want to grab that mage hand.
All right. So,
wow, there's a whole lot that's happening.
Yeah, one thing at a time. So, Rhett, speak with
Probably roll
animals.
initiative.
Yeah, we might if this continues. Rhett speaks with animals to ask Gwen what's going on.
yeah.
Gwen, do you respond?
I'm going to put my tiny little spider legs up, just the front ones, and just go, I don't know.
Hey, guys.
That's an
let's
attack
just, let's-
stance
It's
for a
fine.
spider.
It's fine.
Hey,
It's fine.
hey, guys. Let's just give her a minute. I think there's a lot going on. Let's just give her a minute. I'm sure that there's, I wouldn't say a reasonable explanation. I'm sure there's an explanation. You know, like let's give her a chance. Let's just.
Are you guys doing anything, Elric or Arnon?
I mean, that's...
Are you mage handing?
Yeah, I'm still attempting to Mage Hand and, like, kind of, like, pull her off the roof.
All right, I'm going to say...
You're going to...
Is mage hand intangible? Can I not grab it?
I think we're about to find that out.
Yeah. Go ahead and make like a spell attack roll.
Okay. Spell attack roll.
Would this be against a spider's AC by chance?
I'm going to say for this, I'm going to say it's going to be with Butch trying to intercept. I'm going to rule this as he's going to do his spell attack roll. It's going to be towards your AC, but Butch is able to intercept if he would like. And I will give him his interception ability. But with a 4, with a 12,
It meets.
it meets. All right, Butch, are you trying to intercept?
Is it my AC or my spider
Yes.
AC?
Spider AC.
It meets.
All right, well, let's see if Butch intercepts it. Well, I mean, he will, because if it meets, even if he rolls a 1. And he rolls a 6. For a 9. So that takes that down to a 3 on the attack roll. So Elric tries to whip up this mage hand, and Butch just whacks it out of the way with his shield.
Butch, what are you doing?
You can't hurt Gwen.
I'm not going to hurt Gwen. I'm trying to pull her from the roof. She has...
I mean, don't pull a leg though, dude.
If you grab her, you will hurt her. She is a spider. And it will also hurt her feelings.
Oh my god. Have you grabbed something without hurting it before?
Merely the act of snatching her while she's doing whatever she's doing. I mean,
She's got
Okay,
paper.
I said grab, not snatch.
not anymore. She ate the paper.
It was mine. I found it.
Okay, I'll cast Revivify on the paper later.
Oh my god.
They ate it.
Or we can find someone with mending. She can throw it up and we'll cast mending on it.
At-
Okay.
This point, Gwen, in your head, you hear your father's voice. Gwaithrin, I'm not sure what you're doing, but
Me neither.
please come down from there so we can speak like civilized adults.
Like civilized non-spiders.
Why did she eat the paper? What in the... So many questions.
I think I'm gonna descend from the ceiling and just sit on Hymir's shoulder. That's all I can do right now.
No.
What?
No.
Toll the dead. That's the next thing. No, it'd be Hellish Rebuke, I think, at
Yeah.
that point, if given the opportunity. That's beside the point.
Just looks down at his shoulder and I guess that's a step at least.
What is the general doing?
Calliope is just looks
She's drinking.
utterly, yeah. She's just sitting there with her goblet in her hand with like this just sheer look of what the fuck are you guys doing on her face.
She's destroyed evidence.
This is all right. Somebody,
Yeah, that's not good.
somebody, please tell me what the fuck is going on right now.
Just a little bit of treason.
Yeah, we would
Just
tell you if
mild-
we knew what was going
Mild
on.
treason.
Just
I
yeah.
am gonna come out of wild shape next to.
Oh fuck!
And with any luck, knock him prone in the process.
Yeah. All right, so
What
you
did Gwen eat anyway?
jump off and poof back into Gwen. Fuck. Poof back into Gwen.
What are you doing?
I don't know. It felt, my instincts got the better of me, I think.
Should I not have told you that?
I mean, there's no way that's true. So, like, I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah. Neat trick though. We used what I did just now. We used it in Menzo Baron's on. And I'm just gonna look at the general. I'm just gonna look away from Arnon and at the general at this point.
Elric, my favorite wizard friend. Yeah. Is there a possibility of some sort of magical compulsion or compelling?
I don't remember any of us being threatened with a Gesh spell.
Yeah, but I don't know a lot about her subclasses or how they work metaphysically.
I see what you're getting at. And you might be onto something.
Well, I don't know what the fuck you are doing over here, but I don't know if you're suffering from some sort of post-traumatic stress from your time in the sewers or what the fuck else is going on.
100%. That's absolutely what it is.
But
You know what we call it, a mesh. Shell shock.
I hate how perfect that is.
oh my god. So clearly you found some sort of note that
Yeah, I can tell you I don't know what I don't know. I mean just they're, we're a pain in the ass to them and I think they took they had Hugh as bait. And I mean obviously that worked out fine. Didn't stop us from taking care of the hand. Just one.
that is something that I've never even crossed my mind.
Bait?
No.
2 hands?
Oh. Oh no. Maybe they're an amputee organization. I don't know. Maybe it is only one hand. Let's hope. I'm gonna find the wine or whatever she had on the table.
So, Arden, did you read the letter?
I mean, she read it to us. It was in some language she can read. It was literally from a demon lord, so I'm not sure why we're destroying it.
Oh, let's see if I can remember it.
Well, it was.
What do I roll to recall what
It was.
she read to us?
I can tell you what she read. It was from Teddy Vilas. Basically showing that the hand of Tiamat was working for him, and that we've been foiling their plans one step after another, basically by accident. Or there's another group running around doing exactly similar things to us. Exactly similar.
Exactly
Yes.
similar.
That's exactly everything I recall.
Interesting.
And they were moving the timetable up in response to our actions, and like they've captured some vessel for a new weapon and have started the process, whatever that means.
Interesting.
Most likely possession.
Possession. Possession. I mean, we're dealing with demons, and you were talking about or devils, and you were talking about mind flayers in the city.
He said we were annoying, which I kind of get now.
I mean,
What?
I have always found you all slightly irritating, but it is in its own little charming ways, I guess. I have grown to at least tolerate your shenanigans.
Aww.
Except for maybe
Are
you.
there
I'm
any-
still mad about my fucking cup.
Are there any
gave it
braziers
back.
around?
I gave it back.
Yes, there would be a couple torches and shit. A couple braziers.
Like within reach?
Within a few feet of you.
Okay.
I mean,
Probably
we
should
did
have
sink
looked
a
for
whole
that
boat.
before I shoved the paper in my mouth, but that's fine.
I tore the place apart. I found those papers. They were enchanted with illusion magic. We dispelled it. It was in, like, I don't know, crazy squiggly language. She could read it. She read it to us.
Crazies.
Maybe it got in her head.
Wasn't written on vellum. I think.
You
On what?
Vellum.
you see the general reach down
The
and
paper.
pull out.
It wasn't vellum.
You see the
Was it papyrus?
you see the general reach down.
It's going to give you some constipation.
Should have been written on potato chips.
Mm. What does she do? Sorry.
So you see the general reach down and pull out a quill and a piece of paper and writes down a couple words and holds up a piece of paper and says, "Did it look like this?" And you see similar writing.
Yeah. Those were the squiggles.
Gwen, you just see it's just some random, like, I can't believe I'm dealing with this right now, or something, something ridiculous on there, but it's written in Infernal.
Would I
Double
know
shot.
it's written in Infernal, or would I just
Soy
be
milk.
able to read it?
That is
Because if I can just read it, I'm gonna ask her, like, what is, like, that's just like, how's that helpful? I guess it depends on what she wrote. If it's like a grocery list, or if it's like eggs, grasshoppers, carving kit, or something, I'd be like, one of
that's
those
a
things. is
fantastic
wrong.
question. Hold on a second.
It said no foam, double shot, soy milk.
Yeah.
Nut milk.
No.
Like, oh, you like nut milk too? Where's our jug, by the way? Who has that?
Yeah.
Do I?
Who's
Or
it-
just
who's
Butch?
it- yeah, who
Don't
wants the jug?
swallow that. Cram a whole apothecary jug down your throat.
This is why we can't have nice things.
She's gonna shapeshift
This
to a
is
hippopotamus.
why we can afford
Eat
nice
the
things, bro.
jug.
Oh no!
I'm just gonna Katamari Damacy everything in sight.
Oh no.
Oh no.
That's not Katamari Damacy. That's Kirby.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking like just stealing it, but
I would.
I guess it would
Oh.
actually be more like a hungry hippo situation.
I would say yes, you can, because it literally just says you can read all writing. So yes, I would say that you can see that it is infernal. I don't know if you would
Then I don't
know.
say anything.
You wouldn't know that it is infernal. You would just recognize the symbols and be able to read what it says.
Okay, so I would know it's not just in common.
Right.
Okay, then I don't say anything.
Do I know it's infernal? Have I seen it? And
You saw.
like, do any of us know?
You saw the same letter that she read, so you would have been able to probably parse together that it was a very similar writing style.
No. My question is, do any of us know what language that's written in?
Probably not.
Okay, then that would include me. I don't know. It's written in infernal.
Right. You would just know that
I'd have
it's
to
the
recover
same
my comprehend language
you
for
would
me
just
to
know
even,
that it was the
yeah.
same language that the letter was written in.
So, General, what language is that?
I mean, this is infernal. This is the language of the hells.
That makes sense. Titty's most vile.
I
Most
hate,
vile.
I hate you so much.
It's my favorite one so far.
Now,
Titivolus is, from what I remember, the right hand of Dispater.
and you were saying that this cult that you found about a month ago that was in the hills outside of Kvachliev, they were a cult Dispater as well, right?
Yeah, and
Directly to Dispater.
the king we found said that the one that imprisoned him to begin with, that Strahd fellow, wanted to be Titivolus's general or something.
Interesting.
He had overheard it from Strahd while he was in prison.
Titivolus's middle management.
Now, I've actually, Butch has actually studied religion. Is there a snowball's chance in the fifth layer of hell? Wait, no. A bad layer of hell that I would know anything about the inner politics of.
I think the cold one's pretty bad.
You can make a religion check if you would
'Cause I'm-
like.
I probably don't remember because you're half
I want to.
frozen.
Yeah, right. I'm thinking about if there's any connection between Levistus and all this, because I know the politics get weird.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I mean, you can.
But I'm also just trying to make sense of all this.
You can make a religion check to see what you remember about all of this.
Here comes another natural one.
Oh.
Those natural 16s
Ooh.
for a 19. You don't remember ever hearing the name Titivolus. You know the.
Especially not when I was speaking.
Yeah. You never read anything about Titivolus. He was never mentioned in any of the texts that you studied. You do
Sure.
know Dispater. You have read the stories about, the wars and the conflict between Asmodeus, the overall ruler of hell, and Levistus, the one you freed, being his, I guess, top rival, for lack of a better term, and which is why he was imprisoned and entombed in ice for what they thought was all eternity until you assholes showed up. But from what you know of Dispater, or what you remember, Dispater being the ruler of the city of Dis in the, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was the second circle of hell. I'll have to look it up again. The city of Dis, the Iron City of Dis being
Home of the greatest rap battles.
exactly.
And the fiercest insults.
Yeah. No, the Iron City of Dis is
What?
one
What
of
this?
what dis? Who dis?
Who this?
New hell, who
Who
dis?
No.
Truly a hell beyond reckoning.
Anyway, the Iron City of Dis is one of the only hells that is traveled fairly frequently by people from outside of the hells due to the fact that it is a massive metropolis and does do quite a bit of trade with
Merchandising.
yes, but I mean it's by no means a hospitable place, but you do know that there is quite a bit of travel in and out of Dis, as long as you don't get stuck there. You would also know that the Lords of the Hells, while don't typically make appearances often, most of Dispater's rule over Dis and his lair of hell has come from his tower, from emissaries from other generals, pit fiends, and things in his army. He does not. He's kind of a recluse. He does not make appearances very often.
So, like, he's
Okay.
a little
I will relate
introverted.
that.
Yeah.
This is all just
Or-
what in Butch's head, right?
Yes. Yeah. This is
Yeah, but I'm
things,
kind of rambling at this point.
This is things that Butch remembers from his studies.
Just things you know.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
rambling this right now.
Yeah, I'll kind of ramble. I'm like, but it might not mean anything.
Yeah.
I'm going to join the general in drinking heavily.
All right. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take our break because it's almost 10 o'clock. So, we will be back in about 5 or 10 minutes to see what happens next. So, see you soon. Bye. Hello, and we're back. So, now that we're back, you all are standing here. Butch just went on his rant about demons and hell and shit like that. What would you like to do?
Gwen's gonna actually start drinking to wash down her most recent snack.
Well, General, what's our next mission?
Well, that is a very good question.
How possible is it?
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
Okay. Right now.
Bum, bum, bum.
Doo-doo-doo. Anyway.
Two more weeks.
2 more weeks. 2 weeks. All right. Right now we are sending a few battalions into Kvachliev to clear out the remaining forces and secure that tunnel down to that shithole place that you. No offense, Elric, but the shithole
None
place
taken.
that you guys came through.
You sound like none taken. Like, it definitely sounds like you weren't offended.
Now,
A place is riddled with spiders that only get bigger the more connected to the power structure you are.
no, you guys had one hell of a week, so now that the immediate danger is over, the remaining forces can take out what's left. We had some tents prepared for you on the other side of this little makeshift square we have here. So feel free to take some time, relax, maybe wash up a bit. You guys kind of smell like you were living in a sewer for a week.
It was beneath the bathhouse.
I mean, a sewer is a sewer is a sewer, though.
The
So,
sewer's all the way
It was a
down.
pretty nice sewer.
And clearly this one points to Gwen. Needs a nap or something, because
Okay.
Elric, keep an eye on her.
I hate. I don't say it out loud, but I look pissed.
By your command. Also, Elric pulls out the part in his book that is basically the report since the last one he gave.
Fantastic. I will look over this.
I try to grab it.
Are you?
Hey, if another paper gets eaten in here,
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to take it. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I just want to try to take it. I want to intercept it.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Okay. Shit.
Are you intercepting me? Intercepting it, Butch?
Yeah, that's
Butch.
Okay. So what do I have to roll to
Oh
try
my
to take it? If
are
Butch is
you-
trying to stop me to take it.
Are you being obvious of the fact that you're taking it?
I don't think Gwen's thinking about being subversive. She just wants to not have the exchange occur.
Fuck me. All right. Make a. I'm gonna say make a. Fuck. Yeah. Let's just do a sleight of hand, just because it's the easiest way to do it. Do a sleight of hand check. Oh yeah. So you see Elric starts handing this out, and Gwen like unconsciously like starts stepping towards, and then Butch just kind of like reaches out and puts his arm around her and just kind of pulls her close to
Much
him.
graceful. It's much more graceful.
much better than a shield of the face.
I thought Gwen was gonna get domed. Okay.
Boom. No.
Like in that case,
Gwen
Butch,
starts
you watch
running.
Gwen.
Butch puts the shield up.
Quack!
No, I'll
Fucking
I'll
clothesline.
gladly steer her away from the big book of what is he writing down.
I'm just gonna keep looking at it as Butch turns me away. Just like, but I
Cal-
needed to.
Calliope grabs the report, or takes the report from you and kind of nods and says, I look forward to reading in more detail of your experience here. Anyway, to all of you, thanks are in order and congratulations are in order. Your mission was a success. Please take the night to recuperate. I will have food sent to your tents and drink. And we will talk tomorrow. Once everything else is cleared out and I have some time to speak with the rest of the men, we will discuss more tomorrow.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Gwen, are you okay? You're acting like a familiar.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like grabbing things. It's kind of-
wait. Are familiars fucking weird?
I mean,
Hey,
they do what
mean-
they're told.
hold on. Like, let's not point the weird finger when we're all when three of us have blood smacked on our faces. All right, like let's
You've
not
got
make it
heads
bigger.
around your neck, Arnon, which I'm
Yeah.
fully in support of. I'm just saying you're just
Oh, yeah?
cookware here, and you're the pot and whatnot.
I mean,
I
I don't
just-
think it's the
it's-
blood because Arnon has the blood too.
You are speaking from the point of view of somebody with all of their papers.
Technically, I don't have all of my papers.
No, I don't have all of my papers.
Right, but I don't.
I don't
have
even
them
have
either.
papers.
Are we still in the tent, or have we moved on?
I've
I'm
left.
still
Yeah.
in the tent.
Oh, you're still in the tent?
I think
We're
we
still in the
I was gonna
general
say-
I'm like trying to lead Gwen away.
The
I mean, if
general's,
Arden's
Yeah,
trying
I
to
think
engage
we
me in
just. I
conversation,
think we're
I'm not
walking
gonna-
away as we're a bickering.
the general's sitting there with
I'm just eating cheese from the general's table.
papers
Polo
in
in
one
the pocket.
hand, goblet in the other, just staring at you all like, get the fuck out of my tent now.
I'm gonna look at the general. I know, right?
And be like, sweet goblet.
Oh my god.
I have my eye on you.
Did she happen
Oh,
to
so.
set the report on the desk and let go of it?
No, she's got it in her hand about to read it.
Okay.
There's it's in
Gwen's
her
gonna
hand
make
of
a-
folding.
Mad dash to get away from Butch and try to grab it again.
Gwen,
If she-
stop!
If
What?
she set it down. But she didn't, so it's not happening. It's fine.
What's in the report?
I don't know, Butch.
We
That's the
haven't done
problem.
we haven't done anything wrong.
She has imposter syndrome, okay? She's very concerned about how it will be read and interpreted.
But
I
have you
don't-
done everything right?
I don't know what pasta syndrome is.
You know what, Butch? You're
I'm
right.
hungry,
Let's go
though.
see what food's in the tent.
Yes, please.
I'm hungry too in real life.
Oh,
Oh. Uber Eats, man.
this could be brought to you by Uber
They still
Eats.
haven't come yet.
Oh no!
I think I'm gonna
Soon.
So, what are you guys doing?
We're gonna go rest, recuperate, and stuff.
Yep. Back to our tents.
Alright,
I
so-
do need
I'm-
my character sheet imported for a spell change.
I got it. So, while you guys,
It's
Are
gonna
we trying to
take
find Butch's
take a
friend?
few hints before I leave, but I'll leave after him. Oh hi.
all right. So while you guys walk out, and you see you are on this basically courtyard around. There's a large like bonfire in the center, and some tents set up in a circle around that. You do see where she pointed towards. There are 3 tents set up on the edge. 3 fairly larger tents. Each one would easily suit at least 2 people. These are the tents that she had set up and assigned to you. Around, you do see a few other soldiers. No one you really recognize, mostly from other cities. Just meandering about.
Was it like noon?
You probably
Battle
be,
started at dawn, right?
Yeah,
Neanderthals.
you would probably be slightly after noon at this point.
Is there any is there a fire at this point near the tents?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a
Do
large
you want to like set some
bonfire.
stuff on fire? Or?
I think Gwen's just gonna sit down in front of the fire outside of our designated tents.
Yeah, there's
And just
like a
do-
large bonfire in the center.
Okay. I think she's gonna just sit down in front of it and she's gonna do thaumaturgy and just play with the color of the fire.
Nice.
Preferably just part of it. She's not trying to like turn the whole bonfire purple, but just like part of it
Sure.
purple.
Sure.
She's not trying to like wave down the enemy, you know.
Sure.
That's not the objective.
What are the rest of you doing at this point?
I'm going to grill Elric on everything he knows about mind flayers. I mean, I know Butch isn't that high, but he wants to know what the connection is between these devils and mind flayers and what the F is going on. Because something's connected to Shadowfell. Someone put that dragon there. Devil. But then the mind flayers aren't from this plane. So WTF are they here?
I think that sounds like a history check on my part.
Yes, it's a...
Okay.
For those listening, oh my god.
That's fantastic, Scott. Absolutely fantastic.
What is that picture? Is that a head?
It's
It's like a fawn
it's a
head.
human fawn, and then
Oh my god.
this guy's my favorite.
Oh my god.
It's so like
So
derpy.
wrong. For those listening, Scott is holding up a book, his prop for the week, that is Taxidermy for
Top of the
Dummies.
week.
like the second it was spelled taxidermy, I was like, oh no.
All right, yeah. Go ahead and roll a history check if you would like.
History.
It could be taxidermy.
Oh.
Yeah, that look taxidermy.
With a 12, you don't recall any real stories of any connection between mind flayers and demons and devils or anything like that.
Well, then I'll settle for stories about them separately. I just want to learn what I can, and we got time to kill until our next mission.
I mean,
Okay. I will explain everything that I've gathered about the mind flayers themselves. Demons will probably be a bit
Arnon.
more up Arnon's alley.
Right, but I know a fair amount about demons already, but mind flayers, it's not my bag.
Okay, let me roll specifically for mind flayers.
And Butch being Butch, he is, of course, is...
Wow, not much better at all.
that's a 13.
He's going to be thinking about any connections regarding
Like-
Gwen.
It's like I know slightly more specifically about just mind flayers.
I mean,
Like,
you know the basics about mind flayers, so you know they originally came
The
from
stars.
another plane. That you know that they've more or less become a dominant force in the Underdark over the past few hundred years. You know, Ceramorphosis or whatever the hell it's called,
Yeah.
and all of that.
the process by which a slug is guided into your ear hole, into your brain, where it slowly takes you over and turns you into. Well, you've seen them.
Is
I'm less
Elric
hungry
explaining
now.
this out loud?
Less hungry.
And is it within
Yeah,
earshot
we
of
don't
Gwen?
have telepathic powers, so yeah.
Yeah, this is all out loud.
Yeah, as long
Okay,
as
I'm
you're
just
close,
making
then
sure.
yes.
Delightful.
Hey guys, check out this page.
Oh my god.
Why?
He's got a meat tongue.
Oh no.
And he's got people
Aren't
teeth.
all tongues meat?
Fantabulous.
Why does he have people teeth? That's like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
I don't know how much I
They
trust this.
fixed it.
I don't
Well,
know how
the
much I
original
trust
at
this
least, yeah.
book.
Yeah.
Taxidermy is a forbidden art in Muppet culture.
So, yes.
I think I'm gonna
No.
ask.
I'm just picturing
a lot
like
of-
one of those like really weird modern movie trailers where they like slow down. Brum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum.
All right. So, what are you doing, Gwen?
I think as Elric is explaining this, other than fighting back the nausea, I'm gonna ask, would someone know? Like, how quick does that happen?
The process can be varied. Usually takes somewhere between 3 to 7 days.
So it's not something where one of these could like sit in the back of someone's head for months or a month or whatever, and Just simmer.
I couldn't possibly say that that's impossible. I can just say that it's unprecedented.
Hmm.
Just sit there like a sinus infection.
Oh, what the fuck?
What happened?
Look at this shit.
Why?
Oh,
Why?
oh no.
you think- I hope Miss Swiss isn't into that.
God.
Oh my god.
Anyway, what the hell are the rest of you doing now?
Gwen's going to sleep.
I will probably
Gwen's had enough
return
of this shit.
Elric's favor
sleep.
by explaining the finer points of, you know what? We should probably go to bed.
Well, Scott's not getting on the internet for a couple weeks. Now that his Google searches are all fucked up.
Okay, but what is Arnon doing?
Yes.
Or in this case, not doing?
He's trying to find a better book on taxidermy.
I swear to God.
Oh, Elric, does this make anything other than nut milk?
I certainly hope so.
Is it empty?
No, it's just full of nut milk.
He,
Finish?
he identified it. So,
Yeah,
You have to try using the incantation and hopefully a different liquid comes out.
didn't you say we gotta wait until tomorrow, though?
so it's a password.
It, probably. Yes, we will have to wait till tomorrow to try that again.
It's Nut Milk Day.
Yep. I wonder, let's find out how it tastes with whatever alcohol they're serving.
Yeah, Elric, after that discussion, is just going to go into his tent and trying to remember whether or not Ethan survived the last encounter, or the technically two encounters ago.
I think, yeah, wasn't he squished?
He was squished twice, but then I think you sent him out a third time.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to is basically have him flying around, specifically keeping an eye on Gwen.
Fantastic.
Before actually going to sleep, Gwen does make a bottle. Of
At this point, it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so you have plenty.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought it was nighttime.
No, it's
Oh
but
no!
for the sake
Everything
of
we did started really early in the morning.
for the sake of brevity,
So
yes,
Gwen sleeps
you
for
guys
16
can-
hours.
you guys will spend the evening in the camp recuperating, eating, drinking, relaxing, trying to lick your wounds and recuperate from your week of hell in a sewer and sneaking through Menzo Baronzon.
Yeah, try to clean up, try to get Rhett to play music with me.
Well, first, what I'm doing is I'm getting like a wet piece of cloth or something and just pressing it on my face so I can like take the handprint and like put it on like a piece of cloth so I can like save it.
Hell yeah.
So that's what I'm doing. It's like I'm just like carefully peeling that off so I can like let it dry and then fold it back up and like put it in my bag of holding.
Nice.
And like kind of put like, Rhett like with my age on it,
Nice.
I bet with that hat just
For my-
just
for
put
my
it on your face whenever you
refrigerator.
want.
Elric, were you going to say something?
Yes, there is something I would like to do that is specifically to, while I'm still wearing the Amulet of the Plains, I want to unattune to it and attune to the Ring of the Ram.
Oh, shit. I completely forgot that you got that.
I almost forgot I had it too.
All right. Fantastic.
Yeah, I'll probably go wander around and see if I can't find some of the
Is that in your inventory
anyone.
on Foundry?
Yep.
Fantastic.
I hope you find your friends.
I hope you find your friends.
Be nice to see them catch up and do a bunch of stuff off screen.
All right. So as you guys take your rest, the next morning comes. Butch, you do find a few members of a few people from Mesh. You don't see anyone specifically from your clutch mates. However, you do hear from asking around a few of the people that the triplets were here. They were sent to help close that tunnel, to use their druidic stone shifting powers to help secure the tunnel.
Nice. They're probably all trying to one-up each other.
Probably. But you have not heard about anyone else currently. So, if there's nothing else you all want to accomplish this evening, the night comes, you all get your rest and wake up the next morning to the smells of cooking meats and the sound of laughter and talking of many, many people. You hear sizzling bacon over a campfire, and
Toast.
smells waft through the flaps of your tent.
Nick, you're being so mean right now.
As you come to consciousness, birds chirping, you see the first rays of sunlight coming through. The day is yours.
Do we exclaim that? I feel like that's something that would be exclaimed. The day is ours.
The day is
Yeah.
ours!
When were we supposed to go meet the general again?
She just said, after you rest.
I'm just gonna wait till I see everybody else heading in a direction.
I'm picking my spells out this morning.
Oh yeah, I wonder if we could find more spells for you in this massive camp.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Free spells given to you from fellow combatants.
Yeah, are there any other wizards?
You can make a perception check to see if you can see any other wizards.
Yep, that's I'm gonna do it. Perception.
Those natural ones!
Of
Did I
all the
see-
times.
Did I see any of the lizard wizards? Because I can walk them over to the lizard wizards.
I'm gonna say no, because you
No.
Waka wakam.
you don't get to retcon his natural one. Sorry.
No, but that was for him to
Yeah,
see.
you can't meek on it. No meek on it.
So, yeah, Elric, you kind of step out, and it's your drow eyes. It's very sunny out, and you just kind of like have to pull those drow eyes. Anyway,
Brow eyes.
you kind of have to pull your hood up and kind of shield your
Yeah.
eyes from the sun.
Particularly bright out today.
Indeed.
You my drow eye boy.
I remember when I cast the spells.
All right. So, what are you all doing?
Can I find some cheese and take it to Arnon as a silent peace offering?
Sure.
Okay.
Easy enough to do.
I was around that fire too, so is it only Gwen and I that have seen Miss Bliss at this point?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you remember what it said?
What does Miss Bliss look like?
Can you write it down again?
You want me to write down what I remember?
Like, could you remember?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of said what I remembered to the general, that they knew about us. We were a pain in the ass to them. That they put bait out to draw us to the hand, because this was written to the hand, and if I remember correctly, we were to be dealt with, or there would be, for lack of a better phrase, hell to pay. And that's about it.
That was pretty weird.
The letter?
The consuming of it.
I mean, I think I've done weirder things. Arnon? Am I still just standing with a plate of cheese, or did you take it at the very least?
It's interesting you would bring cheese.
Well, when we were sitting there, after you did the of those guys, we saw your Brett and I saw your little. I'm trying to be discreet, by the way. Like, I'm not trying to like broadcast this to everyone as I'm saying this to Arnon. I'm just trying to like. Plus, you eat a lot of cheese, it seems, or you seem to gravitate towards the cheese on the tables. So I thought maybe you'd like some.
I've noticed you eyeballing my cloak.
Yeah, it's a nice cloak.
I will take
That
Miss
should-
Swiss out on my finger, and I will say, "This is Miss Swiss."
Very gently, one finger pet Miss Swiss.
Ask for consent. Sorry. Stealing other
Well,
people's
I mean, I'm the only one that can ask.
Speak with animals. Just for this moment.
She lives in my pocket.
Can I actually, you know what? I'm just gonna put my hand just near Miss Swiss to see if I get any kind of reception from them. Her.
Make an animal handling check.
I will make it with advantage because I will just tilt my hand up to try to encourage her to walk over.
Oh, I didn't do it at advantage. It was an 18 though.
You can roll it again if you want, just to see. Oh yeah, the 18 is definitely gonna stay.
That looks cocked, but okay. All right, Poundry.
It's virtual. There's no cocking.
I understand, but it's just
That's
laid like
I
that.
don't know.
That
After
goes to
last
the
week, I think there's some
OnlyFans.
cockery about.
Back to
There's some
the
cockery.
those natural ones OnlyFans. Anyway,
Oh no.
with an 18.
Yeah, I mean that's my T-shirt now. There's some cockery about.
So Arnon holds his hand out, and this little mouse, and you put your finger out, and it just kind of comes up and sniffs your finger for a second, and then kind of nuzzles up against it.
Gwen tries not to scream and just keeps her finger there just ever so gently because she's so afraid of hurting Miss Swiss, but she's in just like on cloud 9 right now. And she just like, thank you, Miss Swiss, thank you, Arnon, but thank you, Miss Swiss. And it's just a lot of babbling. She's very excited.
Problem with the mice is they don't live too long, but she's always there.
We keep her extra safe.
I'll just put her back.
All right. So, are you guys doing anything else, or?
I added banishment to my list of prepared spells.
Do they need re-imported?
I can't do it in Foundry. So
Right.
I
Okay.
guess so, yeah.
All right. So I can't tell if Lindsay froze or not. Oh no, she blinked. I saw her eyes move.
Oh my god.
Sorry,
She just froze in here.
she just froze. That's all right. So, what are you guys doing?
I still have 2
You're gonna
screens
rest
up,
and
so that's why
recuperate.
I need to stop
So-
watching like the other screen.
That's fair.
Rest and recuperate until our next mission.
All right. So, are you
It's,
guys?
Time for like morning food.
Sure.
I'd
Are you guys?
like to help Elric get spells, but that's not happening.
At least not here.
Nope, not here.
Are you guys headed back towards the general, or are you meandering the camp?
I think at least getting our next mission isn't terrible. I mean, unless there are wares about the camp.
There might be a mage cadre that you could look for.
Or some werebears to interview.
Is there a tent where someone has tried to set up shop in this army encampment?
I mean, it's an encampment. You're not going to find any merchants here. I mean, let's be honest. It's an
Yeah, but I
army
mean,
camp.
people like trading stuff.
You need to go to the baggage train.
Swap tent.
Find the camp followers. That's where you pick up all the black market stuff.
You know what?
Military never has black market stuff.
That's why it said the followers.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I am going to actually kind of meander and maybe listen to the goings on amongst the soldiers.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
Are you going to bring your book of judgment with you?
I might.
Can I assist him?
I mean, are you meandering with him?
Yeah.
Looking for. So you're just meandering, listening to soldiers talking, right? Or is there something specific you're looking?
I mean, unless Gwen has some stuff she wants to do, then I'm going to hang out with Elric and help him find. I mean, I can't help him get a date here. I can at least help him get some spells.
Okay, that's your intent. Elric's intent is to simply listen to the soldiers and maybe get a gathering of the morale around the army.
So
Maybe you'll run into like Fisty Meat Hunch.
I don't think Fisty's here.
You know that Slammy McRump roast.
Oh my god.
No, Slammy was killed in an accident.
Oh, Slam.
May they rest in peace.
Well, in pieces.
Oh shit, Slammy.
Slammy got
I
slammed.
mean, the
What
problem
can I say?
is like, that's a wrestling award, so I can't hear this. Like,
Anyway, so
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
Couldn't put Slammy back together again.
poor Slammy. Poor Slammy Zane.
so you guys are walking around the camp,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of meandering through the camp. You do hear people, quite a few people stating, you know, like you walk past one group and one of the members there, or it's like this group of like 3 or 4 people sitting around drinking, and you do hear one of them like, I was expecting a lot more from them, but at least we got it back. You walk a little bit farther, and you hear someone say, if it wasn't for those druids and those fortresses, this could have gone a lot worse. You continue through, and then you notice this group of a few people. Then you do notice a couple turtles in there with them.
Oh, really?
There's 2 turtles and a couple, 2 turtles, 1 wood elf, and then a couple humans. And you hear, with an 18, you hear some, distress through them. There's a little bit of a, distress tone to the way they're speaking. Quick back and forths between everybody. You read their body language, and definitely seems like something's bothering this group.
Seems like something's bothering them.
Does that mean I get to notice this too?
I mean, yeah, you would.
How this works.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're with me, so
you guys.
yeah.
So,
Yes.
are you approaching them, or are you?
Absolutely, they're
Okay.
turtles.
So you are approaching, and you hear. Before you get there, you do hear one of the humans say, "That's impossible. How can one just go missing?" And you hear the turtle say, "Well, it hasn't been seen in over a week." And you hear the wood elf come back and say, "Well, it's not like he's out presenting himself often. He might just be in his den." One of the turtles goes back and says, "It's not. No, you're not listening. We sent scouts. He is gone."
Who? What now? Hey,
You
I'm Butch Deadlift.
turn around, and I cannot for the life of me remember any of those names, so I'm going to let you pick. You see 2 turtles that you are very familiar with. 2 of your clutch mates turn around and look at
It's
you.
definitely not Slammy McRump.
No, it's not Slammy McRumproast.
And one of them, please be roll fizzy beef.
Sure. Roll fizzle beef.
Roll
Eldritch
fizzle
Knight.
beef. That's the one.
Roll fizzle fucking beef.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Roll fizzle beef.
Uh-huh. And touch rust rod.
Touch Rust Rod. The name is
Yeah.
Touch Rust Rod.
Yeah. And she doesn't like it if you make fun of her name.
I'm not making fun of
Well,
it. I want to get it right. I'm not there, I don't think, but I want to get it right.
So
it's,
you see,
it's unusual because it's a verb.
Yeah, touch and roll.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh my
a
god.
thing can be 2 things.
I mean, I guess it'd be roll and touch.
Can you,
That's
I
the
guess-
is,
I guess slammy, that was a verb.
So you turn,
Yeah.
these 2 turtles look at you, and you see this look of shock. They're both in almost in unison. They're like, Butch,
touch.
you're here.
Cowabunga.
Where?
Roll.
God damn.
Hugs all around.
oh,
What are you doing? What are you doing here? Why? How did you
We
get
were
here?
part of the invasion. We killed some half dragons. It was really cool.
Fantastic. It's good to see you.
Oh my gosh! I have to introduce you to my favorite dark elf wizard,
I'm going
Elric!
to drop my hood. My name is Elric.
Well,
I know he's really pale, but I promise you he's a dark elf.
it's good to meet you. I'm Roll. This is Touch. God, we're really doing this, aren't we?
Yep, this is happening. Yeah, roll and
We just
touch.
Yeah, we just we got here this morning, bringing news of kind of disturbing news. Butch,
I mean,
D-
Touch, you're a wizard of divination.
yes,
I'm surprised.
we left from Mesh just a few days ago. Made it here as quickly as we could because we knew this was where, well, everyone would be. Darkwater is missing.
I'm sorry?
He hasn't been seen in. Oh, it's been a few weeks at this point. We sent scouts. His lair is empty.
That's longer than a fortnight.
You're not there.
That's
It doesn't,
very bad.
doesn't mean that wherever he is, he doesn't know how long a fortnight is.
Where were
Elric.
they last seen?
Last scene was one of the attacks against the wall. He swooped in and, did his thing and took out a group of Shanian soldiers and then went back to his lair like he always does. And then
He's a dragon. Is he juvenile, adolescent, adult? I don't remember. He's
at
big.
least an adult,
All right.
if not older.
Well, are you all headed back there soon, or do you know?
I'm not sure. We need to meet with Hymir and the rest of the other elves that are here to deliver the news. We were sent to let the members of the council know.
Well, you want to go now?
I believe that would be prudent.
Because I know Hymir.
Fantastic.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Wouldn't be prudent.
Not gonna do it.
It's so good to see you two. Sorry about the circumstances. It's this way.
I'm happy to see you in health. All right. So you guys head towards that.
Sounds like we're going.
All right. So you guys are headed towards the tent. What are the rest of you doing at this point? If you're
Breakfast.
if you're talking, you're muted, Sam.
Would we potentially see them heading to, are we close enough to the general's tent that we'd be able to see them heading towards the tent?
You are all, if you're still, your tent was in the same courtyard as the general's tent. So if you're still in that general area, then yeah, you would see them coming or headed towards the tent eventually once they got close.
I think when Gwen sees Butch with two other turtles, she's gonna go see what the fuck's up.
All right.
Yeah.
It's the most turtles she's seen in a long time. So
Wall of turtle.
What about?
I am the tallest one.
What about the two of you, Arnon and Rhett? What are you doing?
I think Rhett is probably eating breakfast because that sounds amazing.
That's fair. I had
Yeah.
I had breakfast for dinner tonight, and it was amazing. Anyway,
Cool.
sorry.
But in real life, I think my hotel food is going to be here in 5 minutes.
Yay.
So I sadly am going to go because I have a flight in a few hours.
Okay, thank you. Rhett's gonna continue
Get some
eating.
sleep.
Go get some sleep. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Toodles.
And for the remainder of the evening, the part of Rhett will be played by a bear with a microphone. Anyway, Arnon, what are you doing?
Just spending most of the time alone in my tent,
Fair enough.
staring at my two new friends. and trying to at the same time keep memories down and a lot of them are hazy and trying to clear them up at the same time.
All right.
And like when they finally go to see the general, they'll probably have to come get me. So I'm just kind of not all there.
I think, I mean, if I was with you and I saw Butch coming, I think I would have been like, I think they're heading towards the general. I think I would have maybe. Yeah. Even if I had like walked away and gave you space, I would have come back and let you know before I left. So.
Well, I would tag along behind you.
So, you all make your way into this tent. You do see the general. You see Hymir. You see a few other beings in there. A few other wood elf. A male, a female. Both standing. Very druidic garb. All of them kind of standing around that desk, talking loudly back and forth, just this cacophony of discussion between all of them. You see these two turtles, Touch and Roll, walk in, standing next to him. At this point, I mean, Butch and Elric, you were in there from when they first walked in. Gwen and Arnon, you guys walked in while this conversation is happening. But when you all walked in with the two, Hymir, Calliope, and these two other elves look up. So this, you found a few other of your kind, I see. To which Hymir looks. This is Butch, Elric. Nice to see you this morning.
Hi there.
What brings you in? What can we do for you?
Heimer, these are my clutch mates actually. Touch, Restaurant, and Roll Fizzlebeef. Both wizards. And they have some disturbing news for Mesh.
To which Touch kind of steps out. Says, Hymir, Darkwater has gone missing. To which Hymir kind of looks and says, how is that possible? We don't know. We just know that he was last seen over close to 2 weeks ago during one of the attacks, and he has not been seen since. There was a small detachment sent to his lair, and there was no sign of him. It's probably about this point that the two of you walk in and hear kind of this loud conversation going back and forth. You hear these other two elves saying, that's not possible. Where would he have gone? And you see Hymir kind of trying to settle everyone down, putting a hand up and just, we don't have any proof of anything yet, so there's no real reason to get upset yet. We need more information at this point.
I'm gonna kind of whisper to Butch. It's like, I feel I might be out of the loop. Who is Darkwater?
Darkwater is the black dragon that protects Mesh.
and he's missing.
Yeah, that makes me worry about the Shadowfell.
Oh no. It sounds like we might have another trip on our hands.
Well, maybe.
I guess we'll see what they decide.
We have to go back.
To
We
which,
were never supposed to leave the Shadowfell.
at this point, you hear Hymir say, "It's not like you can just lose a dragon. Clearly, this is a creature of superior intelligence, and he has his own motivations. I mean, it is possible he is just out hunting or looking for things to add to his hoard." To which Roll stands up, or kind of steps forward, and is like, "Sir, the problem is he has never, you know this just as well as anyone else, since the war began, he has not left Mesh. He has stayed close to keep the Shanians out."
He's fiercely protective of what he considers his territory.
So it doesn't make much sense that he would disappear. Hymir just kind of looks around and... Well, it is possible, but... I mean, dragons are fickle creatures. It's possible that he just decided this was no longer profitable. Is his hoard still there? To which you hear one of them say, "At the time we checked, the hoard was still at least there as far as we could see." Hymir kind of rubs his chin. He's like, "Well, the dragon would not leave their hoard. If they were to move to a new lair, they would take their hoard with them. This is slightly more concerning."
Plus, he has all those worshippers.
Indeed. This is...
The lizard wizards. And all the other lizards.
Are we there now?
Yeah. Yeah, you walked in the middle of all of that.
Did we catch on that it was Darkwater they were talking about?
Um,
I guess we would have heard the horde part. So I guess that kind of what other dragon.
Well, as soon as you
force
guys
is gonna
come
be
in,
Mesh?
I can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was totally paying attention and not making a joke for Discord.
Oh my god. I think the question is how does a dragon leave without anyone noticing that they left, for one? And two, if they've been gone that long and their hoard is still there, what could possibly be keeping them from returning? And
He wasn't the one that we killed there, right?
From what you told me and what I saw, that dragon that you killed had been trapped in the Shadowfell for centuries, if not millennia.
Plus, that dragon, I mean, we saw the fireball do nothing to it, so it must have been a corrupted red dragon. Am I right?
I would believe so. If fire had no effect on it, then yes, it could have.
And
It should have been a
Black-
red dragon.
Dark water breathes acid, I do believe.
Indeed. So I would be pretty confident saying that no, these are not the same entity.
I'm very worried about.
The corruption of the Shadowfell takes a very long time, especially on the
Does
creature.
time move the same there?
For the most part, it is not like the Feywild. It is where time can be a little slippery. It's very much on the same path as time here.
Okay.
Is there any way to track dark water? Like if
That's how we found the sewer.
we've seen things jaunt across the plains, some more easily than others. I mean, can you track him? I don't know if I would know this already.
I mean, we could attempt to scry, but scrying is limited by... There are magics that can prevent scrying, and scrying is limited to... I believe scrying... I'm not entirely sure about that, but there are magics that can stop scrying, so it is not 100% effective, to which you hear... Touch kind of spouts out and says, yeah, all attempts of scrying on dark water have failed. We've tried multiple times with multiple different people have tried scrying with no success.
Have you consulted with any clerics of high enough level to divine?
So far, we have not gotten any word as to where. It seems like wherever he has gone, he has either hidden himself from the sight of anyone or has been taken by somebody or something that has the ability to do such.
There's a spell that can achieve what you're talking about, and it's called non-detection. And that's not a spell that you cast lightly.
I mean, it is clear that,
So either that spell has been cast, or Darkwater's not on this plane.
Let's not forget that this is a very old being. It is possible that he is doing this on his own will and just decided he was bored with where he was and decided to find more fruitful endeavors. You hear Touch pop up, and he's like, yeah, or it's possible that, somebody fucking captured or killed him. And if somebody captured or killed that dragon, then that is... Well, that's not good news for anyone.
No, it's one of the reasons that the wall is
Indeed.
held for so long.
The Council has had a loose alliance with Darkwater since the beginning of this war. And while we do not necessarily acknowledge his self-proclaimed rulership over our country, it is mutually beneficial. For, let's be honest, it's always nice to have a dragon on your side in times of war.
The lizard wizards worship Darkwater, right?
Indeed.
Well, it's all the lizards.
Well, I
Not just
mean,
the wizards. But yes.
Yeah, but I guess I'm thinking more of maybe the wizards in particular. But could they not have a way to commune with Darkwater, at least to determine if he's on the same plane, kind of, and I just kind of wave the sending stone about a bit.
Unfortunately, like they said, any attempts at communicating with him have failed.
Okay. Wasn't sure if it was just indirect means.
I get the feeling something nefarious is afoot here. From what's been described of Darkwater, it doesn't seem as though he would leave or in any other way concede his territory, at least without a fight.
It would be very out of character.
Boredom. It seems strange that it would happen now, given how long... Actually, how long has Darkwater been acting as protective mesh?
Well, how old is he? That's how long. Since the war started.
Yeah, that... Something's not adding up. That seems uncharacteristic. At the very least.
Just what we fucking needed, another mystery to solve. This was not what I had planned for this evening, for this morning. But
So I've been silent ever since I heard Shadowfell. And I'm just going to kind of say, I think we need to start in Barovia.
Barovia.
Why?
I just have a hunch.
I don't know what worries me more. That you might be wrong or that you might be right.
You remember the symbol that we found of Barovia? I had a dream not long thereafter of a city and black wings. And I felt that we needed to go back ever since.
Do you remember anything else from your dream?
The city was burning. There were black wings that...
Point of order, Scott. That was the first dream before you went to the Shadowfell?
No, this is the dream that I had after we left.
No, it is not.
I wrote it down in our live session.
The dream you had after you left, that was the same city. It was the image of the same city with the dragon, and then it swept away, and instead of the dragon, you saw an army being led by one person in front, three behind them, crashing.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say next.
Gotcha.
Like the wings,
but the wings
blinked it away. And
yeah.
Then there was an army crashing through the gates, pale skin, led by a single individual with three flanking him.
Right.
And I have no idea what this last thing that I wrote down means. So Arnon's not going to say it.
So it wasn't so much the presence of a dragon in the dream, but the wings wiping away what could have happened to know what will happen instead.
I don't know if it was, could have been a transition or, I don't know, it was a dream.
Yeah. Sounds like it leaves a lot to interpretation, like dreams do.
And you think Barovia is going to lead us to Darkwater?
I feel like we need to go there.
It would be a long way to go on a hunch.
It's a hunch from the same place that led us to Direfall.
Well, I can always consult the Mystic Seer tonight and see what she has to say.
Yeah. Gonna have to tell the general.
I think the general's here right now.
Yeah, the general's literally
Oh,
standing
the general,
right in front
general's
of you.
right there. Oh,
Yeah.
Well, Calliope, what are your orders?
At this point, I did not have any specific assignments for you. The last assignment I had was to take back Kvachliev, which you have been instrumental in. So, if you believe that this, what did you call it, Barovia? If you believe that this is the way you need to head, then you have my support. To which you hear Touch kind of step up and this clearly we don't need you guys to go look and see what we have already seen, that the dragon is gone. I mean, that we have people for that. We will post up we'll send word back and post up a battalion to watch Darkwater's lair, see if he comes back, and we'll send word as soon as he does. If you do think that this is kind of tied in somehow, then just let us know. Keep us in the loop, so if you happen to, find a dragon somewhere that doesn't belong there.
I will.
We got a pretty trusty amulet to help him get back. Is it him? Him? Her?
Him.
Darkwater? Him?
Darkwater was a him, I think.
Was?
Is.
Well, he was, and he still is.
Unless they're like salamanders. I don't know. I've never sexed a dragon.
I still do, but I used to too.
Lord. So divination, then potentially Barovia. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to have a second opinion.
Oh, yeah.
We need Hymir to take us, right? Again?
You have
Please?
that amulet as well.
I also...
Did you say amulet?
Delicious way to travel.
I don't want to do it.
We have to go back.
It looks like we're relying on the amulet unless Hymir isn't preoccupied.
I'm gonna look at Heimer in the face and be like, for the love of all things moon blessed, please don't make us use that amulet to go to Shadowfell, wait for a week, and then hope we make it back here. Please. And then I'm gonna look for a piece of paper to eat.
You
Hi,
don't
Mary.
want to.
Just kidding. I don't do that. But I do.
Want to
say
find
everything
another
else.
plane of misery.
Hymir kind of looks down at you and says, well, if you put it that way, then I'm sure we could. My absence will not be too missed for a day or two. I will more than likely not be able to stay with you. However, I should at least be able to get you there.
I mean, do that and we'll all leave you 5 stars.
Uber Hymir.
I mean, it is a wonder that
Shift.
he's able to do it so.
It's shift with a YSHYFT shift.
Plain shift.
Oh, shit. So. Well, I guess, is that what you're doing? Are you headed to Barovia then?
Well,
In about a day or so,
Or
yeah.
about a day?
we're gonna let Butch get a second opinion for us
Right.
from Emmy Award-winning Celine Dion.
Said at least try to determine that that's where dark water is.
Songs from the moon.
It sounds like from what Arden was saying that even if this
Grammy, not Emmy.
even if this is not where dark water is, it sounds like there is a threat there that needs to be disposed of and taken care of. So,
That is accurate.
one way or the other, it
Yeah.
seems like someone is needing taken care of in Barovia. So,
It's
that
probably a group of scavengers missing a scouting party somewhere too.
Oh, no.
no. And on that note, that's where we're going to call it for the
Punch
night.
Arnon in the face.
You got your stabbing fork?
Oh my gosh.
I have my stabbing fork and a throwing knife. Just roll a D2 to
Just-
see which one I grab out of my pocket.
Just stay away from this area here.
Oh, I would be particularly just aiming for the upper thigh.
Good God.
So, on that note, that is where we will call it for the night. So, thank you all for joining us. We will be back here next Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And we will continue to be on YouTube.
That's what we were going to discuss after we got off here, but probably. We will let you know. Because today was the last stream in January. So, we will let you know for sure on the Facebooks. But whether or
Well-
not we will be here or we will be on Twitch next week. But
We'll
more
also
than likely,
indicate on the link tree
yes,
as well.
we will indicate on all of the social medias that we can. But thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week, where maybe we'll end up going back to the Shadowfell. Who knows? Thanks for hanging out with us, and we will see you next week.
Hopefully, we will roll less of those natural ones. Please,
Fantastic.
Foundry.
Especially when looking
God.
for spells.
Yes.
Yeah, right?
No spells for you.
We love you, Foundry.
Love you, Foundry. Have a fantastic evening.
Night, guys.